Hi, everybody. Welcome to 30 Days Until Done. I had a couple of people ask for a month of prose rather than poetry. I often do poetry, and people get worked up about prose. They think a short story has to be a long thing, and it doesn't, not at all. It could be flash fiction, but I'm not even going to do flash fiction this month. What we're going to do this month is work on vignettes. And what is a vignette? A vignette is a very, very quick, actually can be very long. On the Road is a vignette, but it's a piece of fiction that doesn't have to do with a story at all. So you don't have to have a character doing something. What you might do is just capture a moment, capture a point of view. What you're really looking for is that extraordinary point of view. And what is an extraordinary point of view? It's the point of view that comes from yourself. These are things that are very, very healing. And what we're going to be doing in terms of psychology, what we're going to be doing is just kind of looking at our past and allowing it to be either fiction or inspired by our past or whatever. But what you're doing when you're doing this, because you don't have the burden of the poem, you don't have the burden of the story, is you're just kind of entering dream time. And those things that matter to you that you might not even realize matter to you are drawn up from within you. So I'm going to start you with a first one, and it's just a description. It's one you've done before. A lot of you have done before. If you followed 30 Days Until Done. If not, that's great. You might want to do something new along the same lines as this if you've done this before, or maybe you can do the same one because it's not a poem this time. But what I want you to do is go back into your memory, into deep memory, and I want you to remember the first time that you can remember that you were outside by yourself. And you're just going to describe that. First time that you can remember you were outside by yourself, not the first time that you were outside by yourself. Most people can't remember that. The first time you remember being outside by yourself. That's a big distinction, right? So that could be when you were 40. You just don't have a memory of being outside by yourself before you were 40. And then there's the time it's like, oh yeah, I remember I was driving home from work and that was me being outside by myself. What you're going to find when you access this is there's a reason that your memory went there. It's a good memory, it's a bad memory, it's something that needs to be worked out. And mine actually comes from when I was very young. And it was, I was maybe 3 or 4, and we were moving away from Canada to this exotic place called Pittsburgh. And I was outside by myself waiting for us to get in the car. And I just remember that moment. I started marching up and down. There was our real estate sign was there. It had a soldier on it. And because it was Canada, it had big Shako and the whole thing. And I started imitating those British guards, even though I was an American kid by country. I didn't remember anything besides Canada. It was just this is what I thought life was. And I was worried, right? I was going off and doing something new. What do you have? Well, when you have it, write it down below, and we'll see what we get. All right. I'm excited about this new month, and I will see you tomorrow on 30 Days Until Done.